Hey there, Commanders. Welcome back to Steel Division 2. Today we're playing a 10 versus 10 on Ostrowno. I am playing the French. I am playing 2nd E Blindée. I'm going to be attempting to occupy the town here, which is in our sector, and push across. I have Terror Billy here with me, playing one of the Soviet divisions. And immediately we got Katyusha fire going for the enemies. Equipment here. Wow. Pretty sure that's going to give us a little bit of an advantage, hopefully. Those Jeeps teams moving in quickly to make sure we've got this occupied here. And we've captured the river bridge, but it's going to swing back. So I've got two SD KFZ 11 flak guns, capture guns here. 60mm mortars, a leader, the M8 Recon, and then there's a sapper team in here with bazookas. I also decided to bring in the M4 Commander, which should give extra veterancy to these guys. So Cherno's fighting the Lovas out in the open. These guys are double starred because of the leader here. And with the NKVD, they will not break and run or surrender. M42 is just firing away at these guys on the bridge. Yeah, probably a good idea to retreat. So lots of infantry marching out in the open on the right. I don't think that's going to work out well for them. SPW 222 creeping in here. Now the 57 is just out of range that I placed right here to cut them off on the bridge. M8 is getting fired on by someone. Not sure who that was. And another half-track moving in. With, should be with sappers. Where's the sapper team? Oh, I think did my leaders come in them too? Forgot about that. So, enemy really got kind of screwed here by the Katyusha fire. Everything bunched up in the back. Rangers team barely holding on. M4 dueling the Panther G leader. Not going to work out for him. M1 gun, though, is he's still shooting at the AA. One left of the 10/4s. M1 now going to start firing at the Panther leader. No APCR, though. Both units missing. Bounces. Gets a little stressed from that. And bounces again. So this player right here just either crashed or quit for some reason. SU-2 M82 coming in to bomb these Panzergrens, and one team is deleted. You can see I got another 57 set up over here, and he can see the intersection right here. So we have these M42s up here. You don't want to bunch up all your equipment. You'll just be an artillery target. So the 6-pounder knocked out. Pioneers getting pushed back by the 50 cal. And now we've got a Panzer 35S platoon moving in. I did bring in the M4A2, which might as well be a King Tiger against these guys. The M5 Stuart, bringing him in here to clean up infantry. And see what happens as soon as they peek out, because we've got the 6-pounder here too. So they're both going to start firing. We bounce on the first round. We've got an M476 backing us up. Continue to bounce on these guys. I'm kind of surprised. One gets knocked out. Two gets knocked out. The armed rifles team knocked one out with a bazooka. 3. And then the 4th one should be going down maybe to the 6-pounder. He is destroyed by another bazooka round. So Tehran's holding the bridge, preventing our advance at the moment. Ursat's troop and all fleeing. Jumbo is just... Wow. I don't know if... It looks like he got a little bit of damage, but 190 mils. It's a lot of armor to go through. So Recon half-track is knocked out by one of the M1 guns, but there's another one moving in, and the M4 Sherman, holy cow, he just puckered. So we got 20 mils against 20 mils. Is this 20? No, 37. The lack of accuracy really hurting the M15. And now the M2 Browning starting to... He changed targets. Luckily, he's falling back. SU-52 here, though, knocks out the half-track. Tiger E is destroyed by the M10 tank destroyer. And I've got another 60mm mortar coming up here. You have to bring them in quite close because the range on these is 1,800 meters, so I can't even hit those tanks. They're right outside the range. So Stuart's, I've got to keep 120 meters of range from my tanks, but Lightwoods, it's not really that big of a problem. I did not see any Panzerschreck teams. And here's a Panzerfaustine. And fortunately, he hit fallback. I think he would have knocked out one if he didn't hit fallback. Just rounds just falling on this jumbo. So there's a gorilla here just firing at him. Knocked out another 35S. They're just trying to come over the bridge. There's so much AT here. So, starting to lose it a bit on the right after that initial play of dumping them out of their vehicles. Panther Gs versus Su-85. I mean, he could... They're in close, though. Say, if they're at extended range, I'd still think the Panther would win, but up close, these guys can pen. And I do this sometimes, too. I just notice that he's got these guys set to turn off high explosive. I do that sometimes, too, because I want to use my anti-tank assault guns for anti-tank and not reveal their position. The stealth on these is medium, and a Panther stealth is medium. Interesting. You would think that these would be a little bit better given their low hull profile. So the crew's panicked because we're up close. Unfortunately, Soviet crews typically miss in my experience. I brought in a M8 to spot down the road for the Jumbo and the M10. He's got two APC. He's got APCR because the supply truck's right here. There's another great move. If you have the M5s or the M10 A1s, move in a supply truck, because then you can keep the APCR constantly reloaded, since they only have two. Dropping 60mm mortars on these Terrans here, who are causing some issues for the Soviets. Soviet Sherman firing at the Terran 1. Bounced on the first round. Second round goes through the side. And he is destroyed. Currently, it's an 18-14 in Phase A. And we're dealing with a King Tiger now, so I'm not sure how much anti-aircraft is left. We did see a couple units go down, but if you're bringing in a King Tiger, it's obviously going to take all the rocket fire, and it's going to take any air power and be destroyed. He's got a dent, so he's slightly damaged. I tried bringing the DB-73s. Now, they don't have massive bombs, but I figured we could still damage it. You can see all the AA fire going up in the background. We just missed, and I don't even think he got damaged. Yeah, DB-73s, probably just for infantry. The bombs are too small. Gepard about to get knocked out by the 76 over here. And Terror Billy's push forward his flamethrower teams. who have caught an MG-34 heavy machine gun nest off guard. Sherman knocks out the Toldy 2. There's still a Toldy 2A here, who bounces on the Sherman and gets knocked out by that 75. King Tiger is falling back. Panther moving forward. Guerrilla still trying to keep anything else out of range. Doing a good job of holding on over here. It's 2-on-2, if you guys haven't noticed. M10 is going to lose. These guys are going to get knocked out by that Panther. One goes down. Shelling continues on the M10 and Jumbo. M20 recon car gets knocked out by one of the pieces of equipment over here. Did drop a help beacon to see if anybody would notice to bring in any rocket planes. I think I just have these 250-pound bombers. And we're just off the flag here with the flamethrower teams. I am going to bring in and create an assault here shortly. Sapri's moving in to reinforce, bring in some Panzerfaust, excuse me. We've captured the most of the town, the flag points at least, and the FW-190 G3R5 rushing in, I think, to destroy the white truck, and he is forced off. So still off of their flag up here. This is such a great position. You can look completely down, you can look down to here on their road with 2K, and then heavy machine guns like right here, and AT guns. It's like, it's a great spot to be in unless you're being shelled. So Sapri team's getting knocked out. Bunch of enemy equipment here. It looks like there's a Tehran leader along with a 75. So neither Sapri make it over. Each side making... Axis making slow progress over here at the moment. We haven't really done a whole lot. We've cleared this area out, and we've started to make our bridgehead here, and we're capping this flag. He's just off. He's got a tank creeping in. This is not good. SPW 231 coming out to die. Not sure what's going on there. Trying to get around us to knock things out, I guess. And you saw that M42, it looked like it missed. Again, it does like a dice roll before the shot goes off. Strelky DT's taking light machine gun fire. Fortunately for them, they do have 2 DTs. Unfortunately for them, they are out in the open and facing a lot of enemies. Guerrilla is knocked out by something from the Americans or Soviets. I didn't catch it. We've got these guys cross-firing with unlimited supply here. So high explosives just going to continue going off. Anybody coming in here is getting destroyed. And you can tell that Axis is getting frustrated. They're trying to shell this area. They even smoked it out, but they took out the reinforcement truck with the ammo. But the units are still up, and so he's still got 7 high explosive rounds. He's got 48. And he's got his APCR shell still. So I moved my 60s up from here to just try and lay him on these Terrans. There's a Panther in there. And then we're starting to advance our infantry, but the enemy's tanks are here. They're in very close, though, so the Sherman should be able to knock out both if he can get them on target. So the biggest threat is knocked out. Now the 105 needs to go down. And 45% accuracy with triple vet. Definitely higher than that. So French doing much better than Soviets in my experience. So we have captured this flag up here. That's a huge loss for Axis. And we've maintained control of this. I think pretty frequently this side on the north will capture this area. And you've got to put in like an AT gun here and recon. So he's got his recon. It's out of position. Put in an AT gun here. You can cut this road off and this road. You'll get shelled, but you can, if you got a like a Martyr or an Su-76 or something, you can move it around. Engineers walking out in the open facing 0 resistance, so there's no reconnaissance here or no infantry. Very strange. Calliopean, the 114 millimeter rocket's not often seen. Is he going to take anything out with it? It takes one man from the Pack 40, so maybe that's why you don't often see him. It didn't really do anything at all. So the Volontaires walking through with the commander, who's got the bazooka. These guys they have 8 M8 M1 carbines and 3 Sten guns with the FM-24, which I think would make them pretty effective, especially given the double vet due to the commander and leader here. Unfortunately, the Pack 40 here spotting us. I am going to redirect all of my artillery to suppress him. Our unit's taking 1 casualty so far. And same with this gun. Oh, our Sherman trying to go in gets knocked out. And the Pack 40 still aligning. Misses. Definitely need to keep this guy alive. He's got 4 bazooka rounds. And that's the only AT we've got up here. But these guys are only 20 points. I feel like they're a good deal. I don't see them deploy that often. I don't think people play second Blindée too often, though. Gepard here, oh man. 20 mils just absolutely annihilating the squad. Cut it in half. Just noticed and pulled him back. Kind of surprised he's still able to see all this stuff. I didn't realize they weren't blinking and I put them at the edge. So this other squad gets cut in half by the Gepard. Now everyone's moving back. Lovas team fighting the Chernos. And over to our right, looks like everyone getting shelled here. We've got Terrorbilly backing us up so that we don't lose this flag. Guy's on half the map right now. I did drop an attack beacon over here because we spotted a Nimrod. And I have, you know, 4 bombers. I'd love to bring them in, but I can't effectively use them against the Nimrod. I think these guys are old and slow. No, actually, 470 is pretty fast. And it's got medium resilience, but I was getting pushed off by it. So the A19, I think, is one of the guns that the IS-2 comes with. Pretty sure. I don't know which year model. Somebody in the comments knows. He's going to try and hit him with the AP shells. AP on these can go 200 mils, so... Unfortunately, though, he gets pinned before he can align and get his round off. I brought up 60s here. I didn't realize they were walking out in the open, because I think they were here. Probably going to get taken out by this guy right here. Oh, he misses. I'm moving up my sapper leader, too. There's no reason to leave this equipment behind. Trying to move these flak around, although we're not really facing a whole lot of air power. I used to not bring... Personally, I used to not bring in any air power. I'd say only in the last 6 months did I start trying to use air power because I think I learned how to use it a bit more effectively. My DB-73 hopefully can wipe this out. 8 250 kilogram bombs. Unfortunately, he might die here. So anybody watching this is going to say you should have brought in all 4 at the same time, because I might lose this. The only way to, like, really use an air force, especially in 10 versus 10, is when you bring in like 4 of them at a time. He made it away. He got lucky. That was bad strategy by me. Don't do that. Bring in all of them at once. So the Lovas team's getting knocked out here. There's still one hiding behind the farm, and that Pack 40's still alive. Nebelwerfer fire coming in on the M476 and my M4A2. He is a little dinged up at the moment. We have a King Tiger here. That's a lot of points. And he's got no IS-2s to go against at the moment, right? They're down here. There's an ISU-122, which isn't hard to crack, but I'm not sure how his deck's built, but 290 points, like, a lot to spend on basically a pillbox. So I'm getting suppressed by the MG42 team here. Took another casualty, and we're trying to push him out this way. We've got the flag here. Nimrod's still alive. He's got 105s up the front line, which is a bit odd. I guess he's still hidden here, but he's not hidden from our view for some reason. What's spotting that? Interesting. Oh, probably the church here. There's a balance between bringing your howitzers up close and far away. Obviously, the ring gets smaller the closer they are, but then also you get in range of mortars and stuff. So my Volontaires managed to knock out the team that was here, kind of holding us from completely taking control. 60s, I feel like 60s are good for suppression, but they really don't kill anything. 120s, I feel 120 millimeter mortars, I think, kill the most out of anything in this game, to be honest. For 80 points, they're super solid. More and more Germans just knocking their heads against this wall of allies down here. So, wow, what was that? A 105? 152? I don't see it. Oh, here he is right there. Look at this firing lane he's got right down into their position, and they're trying to hit him with Nebelwerfers now. But these guys, just the splash suppression's massive. Panther moving in, spotted by the Resvedka team. ISU 122 gets penned. He's gonna miss. They always miss when they're this red. Well, he didn't reload in time. Rhino coming in close. Bad kill, a little bit risky here. He could have a Panzerschreck team in. Knocks out one of the Panzergrens. Up here, my squad in the farm gets spotted, but even with recon, he can't, if he comes down the road here, once he gets past this point, oh, he'll spot him right as he takes a bazooka rocket. I do have an 81 millimeter mortar carrier. I'm going to try and drop it on this Panther G. Looks like they did not appreciate Billy's 160 millimeter mortars either. So we lose another squad of Frenchmen in the 231. Just going to be able to see everything in here, I feel like. So this guy gets knocked out, but we've got a full squad, and the leader here is going to creep into range. Let's see. Oh, they spot each other, and he lands the shot. Now, if he missed that shot, which can happen, that would maybe not have gone so well. My M8 here, still spotting everyone. Still alive. SPW-222 trying to check out our defenses. This PTR team just... It's so fun to use these AT rifles teams. If he was in position, he'd probably be able to knock them out pretty easily. Recon goes down to the gorilla. We got more rhinos coming in. Not quite as beefy as the other ones we saw earlier. These are the 120 millimeter, so Panther really doesn't care about that. I've got the M8s in here. I feel like they're often overlooked. I mean, I don't know. It's a Stuart that gets a 50 cal and one less 30 cal, and maybe does a little bit more high explosive damage. I don't think that these pack howitzers are that amazing. So, Motolovas fighting the Volontaires. Oh wow, these guys, I forgot, have a bunch of PPSHs. So 1,000 rounds a minute should suppress them. I'm going to try and keep them alive with 60s, but I doubt it. Now that there's two teams in here. That bar is going up, though. Ah, so we lost our pack howitzer carrier and the M8s. So they're still alive. Oh my gosh. Guess the 60s must have helped here. And to our left, we're getting spotted again, this time by the Toldi 2A. 3 minutes to go on the tick timer here. Unfortunately, I've lost many squads up there. Su-85 got knocked out here. I think there was a King Tiger back here. So Axis just not able to push through. Let's check at the left flank. Elephants over here being shelled. No damage. Maintain control of this. This is usually a huge battle, and we've managed to push through. What you need is like a 90mm DP gun up here. 17 pounders. I'd leave them up top. Look at how much range you got. If you put... Oh, he's got one up here. Okay, great. 22 to 10. 2 minutes to go. So I would bring in my DB-73s, but they're not really doing much against tanks. And the Nimrod's right here still. Down to one bazooka shell. My leader here, who originally started with 4. Lost one of our 60s here. He was just pushed way too far up and out in the open. So, bouncing on this Panther, he's got a little bit of damage. He can't see this M42 here, which is very good stealth. Shooter's killed. Oh, wow. T-34-85 here now. Knocks him out. Nimrod got moved too. Either that or there's a second one here. Got a Tiger coming in. We're still holding on to the bridgehead. Nimrod is destroyed. I'm guessing I bring my Air Force back in. I think we took out most of the A. There's a mobile wagon over here, but he's too far to deal with us in this position. So... what happened to the King Tiger? It looks... is that him right there? No. It's either out of vision or was destroyed by, guessing, artillery. Because I don't see any IS-2s here. So, Panzer IV takes out the M5, and I've decided that this is a good time to advance. We've got the M4 Recon. There's a Tiger here, though. And the T-34-85 is not getting his angle, so he's just going to sit here and die. No, he got it. And he knocked out the Tiger. Wow. Surprised. Unfortunately, my squad leader here, or my platoon leader, probably going to get knocked out here momentarily because flamethrowers aren't on him. Down to one man. And he stays alive at the end. We get a minor victory after 28 minutes and 46 seconds. Taking a look at the team stats here, I did 885 to 470. Not the most impressive. One dude doing much more in Scipio. Really, holy cow. I'm guessing that's artillery or heavy tanks. Kill-wise, our Sherman knocked a bunch of stuff out. Another Sherman knocking a bunch of units out. We didn't see this, but I had a 105 firing. M7 knocked out a couple different things here, and then our leader, who was hiding in the woods, took out the 231, a Panzer IV leader, and a Panzer IV. Loss-wise, just all one-off things, nothing really crazy. Experience-wise, I only did 5% of the kills, but I had 5% of the casualties. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.